Yeah, so what we are doing here is I'm going to add a title, configuring static root. Yeah, so configuring static root. So we have these two networks, Cape Town and Pretoria. And we have router 1 here, R1 and R2. Yeah. So normal PCA can communicate with PCB because we belong to the same network. See, PCC and PCD can communicate because we belong to the same network. But now, if PCA want to communicate with PCC, the data must come to router. The router should know the remote destination. So it's what we are doing now. Who is in? Who want to join? No one. Yeah, so the Cape Town network, I'm going to call it 192.162.10.0. Here, it's 168.30.0 network. And between the two routers, it will be 192.168.20.0. It means anyone here should have an IP starting with, ending with 10 dot something. Here, any IP should end off with 20 dot something. And here, any IP address should end with 30 dot something. So let's configure the PC, for example. So before we configure the PC, G00 on R1, I'm going to configure first. Interface G00, IP address 192.168.10.1. It myself, I give a good IP. Default subnet mask, no shut. I save, do copy run start. I exit. I go to the other interface, S010, S010, interface S010, IP address 192.168.20.1, no shut. And show IP interface brief. So if I tap show IP interface brief, I can see that G000 is here. Everything is up. S is configured, but it's down. So it means I need to configure the other interface. On the link. So before I go there, let me configure my PC. I go to my PC. I can type 192.168.10.2, default subnet mask, default gateway. So default gateway, so all these guys, if they want to go out of this network, we need to go via G000. So G000 is what we call the default gateway. So the IP address of G000 we must put as default gateway for any devices here. So that address was 192.1, the IP address of G000. So I'm done for this one. I go to my laptop, desktop, IP, here I'll say 3, default subnet mask, and default gateway, IP address of G000. You see. Then I'm done for, now I'm going to configure also R2. interface S010. It's loading. So while it's busy loading, I'm going to configure for the PC here. So 192.30.2 default subnet mask, and the default gateway will be for 30.01. So the default gateway for anyone here is the IP address of G000 on R2 also. It will be 192.168.30.1. So I come here, desktop. .30.3, default subnet mask, and here 30.1. Then I'm going to configure the interfaces on the router. Tap no. Enable conft interface G000 IP address 192.168.30.1. No shut. I exit. I configure the other interface S01. Must make sure the interface name is correct. It should be correct. You see here S010. IP address 192.168.20.2. No shut. And I save. Do copy, run, start. So I finished configuring all IPs on my devices. So now I go to my router, R1, show IP interface brief. I can see that G000 facing the LAN is up. The interface facing router 2 is also here up and up. Now, if I want to view my routing table, show IP routes. You see, I know two routes, 10.0. How come it's here? It's directly connected. And this is the IP address of the interface. On my router 1, I know the network 20.0. So this is router 1. I know this network because it's directly connected. I also know this network because it's directly connected. But it doesn't know 30.0. You see? It doesn't know. It means if PC1 want to ping PCC, open here. Want to ping, so let's ping myself 10.2. It means I send 4 packets, I receive 4. It means we can communicate, 0% loss. Let me check if I can ping PC, the other PC in my network. It's fine. PCB. Now I'm trying to ping PCC. That is very far there. This one is 30.2. PCC, that is in Pretoria network there. You can see destination host unreachable. You see, I want to communicate with someone the address is 30 dot something. When the packet will reach the router will check. Me, the router, I know 10.0, I know 20.0, but I do not know 30.0. So we are going to manually, it's what we call the static route. We're going to manually add all this network in router one. So it's what we're going to do. So because we are doing a configuration, conf t.
Sorry, Max, I have a question.
Yes, yes, question.
You're gonna take the whole network and configure to the router.
Yes.
Is it possible to take one PC to connect it also? I'm just
Um.
asking.
No.
From the
We add the entire network. The entire network.
Yes, but what I'm asking is, in that sense, is it possible to like just link one PC in one network to another network?
I don't understand.
Okay, so we're taking the whole network, right?
Yes.
So the whole network, including that's including all the PCs there.
Yes.
But what I'm asking is it possible to only link PCC to the Cape Town's network?
Um. Um. Yes, we can, but so in general, we put the entire network. Yeah, you can do that if you want to, but in general, we take the entire network.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. In fact, there is another techniques that we'll be doing CCNA3 for security. When we do a bit of security, access control list that we'll be doing. So let's add this whole network there. So to start that, you tap IP route. The remote network 192.168.30.0, subnet mask 255.255.255.0. You see, now the third IP will be the IP of the. So I'm router one. I want to add the remote network in. So I tap show. I tap IP route. All this network subnet mask via the interface of router two. Because people will go there. So they go via R2, the interface of S010. So that IP address, I must use it here via, and that IP address is 168.30.1. This is how it works. So to add a remote network, you tap IP, you go in the global config mode, IP route, the remote network, the standard subnet mask. That we'll be doing in chapter 11. We'll explain more. And here is the next hop IP address. The next hop. This is how it works. I press enter. I save, do, copy, run, start. Now let's go to the other router. Router 2, you must tell me if I want to add this network, what should I type? The whole command. I'm opening here. So I'm listening to you. What should I do?
What is it that you want to know, Max?
My question is, I'm in R2 here.
Mm.
I want to add this remote network in R2. What should I do?
So it's you must put in the IP address of Cape Town via um router the IP address of router one.
Very good. So now please guide me. What should I type from here?
So it's the IP um so you need to put in the IP address of Cape Town first. Isn't it?
Okay, I'm listening to you. You must tell me what to type.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to
The
go.
I,
IP
Yeah.
route.
IP routes.
IP routes, yes.
and then the IP address of Cape Town with the subnet mask.
Okay, so this is your address. You must tell me what to type. This is address now.
So yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so 192.168.10.0,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the subnet,
Yeah. Yes.
and then you need to add in the IP address of or of router one, which
Yeah.
is, yes, what was that
Okay.
one? I just know it's followed by one.
Yeah. What is
Yeah, followed
yeah,
by one, yeah.
20.1.
Dot
I press
one.
enter. Now there is something wrong somewhere.
Subnet, subnet
No.
mask of.
No, no. You did very well, but something is missing. You did very well.
Um,
Copy running start.
This one is to save, but before you save, you must fix that error message.
there's something before router.
Yeah, there is something around. Yeah.
There's something before router, but I don't know.
So check the entire line. There is something wrong somewhere. You did very well, but something's missing.
Did we config? No, we did. Did we configure?
Sorry, you say?
Are we in the right mode?
You see? Okay,
We're
okay.
not
Let
in
me
the
help
right
you.
mode. Are we in the right? We're not in the right mode, are we?
Yeah, you see, you're not in the right mode because here is the
Yeah,
G
because
unit.
yeah, we're not in the right mode. So
Yeah. So
we're supposed to configure first. Configure
yes,
terminal.
very good. Conf T, configure terminal. Then you can do everything you did well here. I'm going to copy. You see. So make sure you're in the right mode, the config mode. You press enter, you see now there is no error message. You save, do copy, run start. You see now all good. You see.
Wait, so just for wait, so when do we only press the no shutdown? Is that just for is that just
It's only when you configure an interface,
only the interface? Okay.
yeah, you put the address and no shutdown. No shut mean I'm switching on, switch on the interface. Now I exit. What is the command to view my routing table? What command should I tap to view my routing table?
Is it show IP route?
Very good. Show IP route. You see, so now how many networks I know? I know 10.0, the remote one, because here you see I'm still in R2. So I know 10.0, the remote network is now in, you see. But how it's in, S, what is S? S is see, static. It means this remote network has been added in my routing table via static route, manually added. I know 20.0 because it's directly connected. I know 30.0 because it's directly connected. But the remote network 10.0 is added via static route, manually added. Let's go to R1, exit, show IP routes. I know 10.0 because it directly connected to myself. I know 20.0 because it's directly connected. Now, what is the remote network 30.0? Did we add? Let's go on top. We're in the global config mode, IP route. Yeah, remote network, subnet mask. Ah,
Max, that's supposed to be 20, is it?
very good. You see?
20.1. Yeah.
Yes. So IP route, remote network via router one, sorry, router two. If I'm in R1, I add this one in IP route 192.168.30.0 to 552.552.0 via, because I'm going that side, via this router S010. So this IP is 192.168.20.2. So I come back. This is how we troubleshoot conft IP route. I remove here. See, I made a mistake. 20.2. Be careful on the IP addresses, on the interface of a PC. Must make sure it's the correct one. You see. Now I save, do copy, start. I exit. Now I view again, show IP routes. Now I can see that now I know 10.0 directly connected. I know 20.0 directly connected. Now I know the remote network 30.0, but how it's here is because it's static. It has been manually added. You see. That's all for this chapter. So if you understand what we did, that's all, nothing else. How to add a remote network in a router manually. We call it static route. So at a later stage, when will come to do labs, we'll go through all these again revisions and we'll do packet tracer. So normally that's all for today. So what you have to do is to read again chapter 8 and practice yourself, play around with like what we did. So now any PCs can communicate. If I open PCA, before when I was pinging or I was dialing the remote network, 100% loss. See, destination host unreachable. Let us check now. We can wait some few seconds. You see now we can communicate. Let's do again. You see. I send 4 packets. I receive 4 packets. It means the other PC is, let's say, alive and ready to communicate. You see. So that's all for this chapter. So by yourself, do the same config like I did. And yeah, test yourself. Any questions?
Let's- So if we did not statically add Pretoria on the other router, so the communication from one network to another, it would be one directional, or it wouldn't just happen at all.
Yeah, nothing will happen. They won't be able to communicate.
Okay.
They won't be able to communicate because the router doesn't know that remote network. The router doesn't know where to send you to. So let's say I come to you now. I say, brother, I want to go to, let's say, to Dallas. What plane should I take? You see, you don't know, so you cannot help me. But if you know, say, okay, Mr. Max, go to the airport, take, first thing first, get your visa, go to the airport, take that plane, and you see, now because you know, you guide me. But if you don't know, you tell me I don't know. Mhm.
Max, I have a curious question.
No problem.
So with us configuring this whole system now, does that mean that Cape Town will be able to share with Pretoria and Pretoria also share with Cape Town. It's two
Yes,
ways.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes, two ways. Yes. Two ways. Yeah, so it's something simple but nice. It's clean, it's neat. Uh, you must make sure in your router, I know where you want to go. You see, I know this remote route, then I can forward you the packet there. But if I don't know the remote route or the remote network or the remote destination, I cannot help you. At a later stage, we're going to add a default route. In case I don't know how to help you, I say, you know what, go to the main office. So let's say you go to Greyhound. You want to go somewhere and they don't know. You say, sorry, I cannot help you. Go to the office, to the main office, ask them, and maybe there they could help you. But me, router one, I cannot help you. You see, we call it default route. It will be, you see, it will be something with an asterisk. Asterisk. We'll do that a bit later. So to do that, so let me try to let me try something. It's something simple. You can see conf. Also IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0, and I can say, for example, again, okay, let me create to create a port to check if it's going to work. Okay, you see 40.0 doesn't exist. I'll just create. I'm going to save, do copy run start to save and show IP routes. It didn't take. And let me do the same thing other side. Let me check if it will work. Okay, it didn't work because that IP doesn't exist. But let me add a correct IP. So let me say, for example, 20.1 for router one. I just want to check if it will work. Yeah, so it would work. So if you see S and a asterisk, it means it's a static route. It has been manually added, like what we did. You see, IP route. This is you see, but because it's 0000 via next hop, it means go to the main office. Me, I cannot help you. Go to the main office. Maybe that side will guide you. You see, default route. In case I cannot help you, go there. So if you see S, it's a static route, and the asterisk, it means it's a default route. It means it's a route to guide you to go to the main office. That's how we can help you. Or go to my ISP, my internet service provider. We will help you there. So it's something we'll be doing later. So to configure a static route, this is the command. IP route 00000 via next hop. Okay, that's all for today. So let us stop here. Anytime you have questions, the WhatsApp group is there. Ask and we'll be helping you. So static route, let me check. I think it will be CCNA3, huh? It will be CCNA3. Let me go to CCNA3. quick summary. You see, me, I like making my notes. It clean it net. Yeah, you see, happy. You see, the default is there. But what I want to show you, extended. It's not here. Is it CCNA2? We still have a lot to learn, guys. So what we are doing is CCNA1, Introduction to Networks. If I look for roots, oh, let me see default. Let me look for default. Yeah. So in CCNA2, we're going to store, we have a big chapter for static root. You should know the definition of a static root. And we have 4 types of configuring static root. This one is CCNA2. We have a standard, it's what we did, but we have 3 ways to do that. I'm not going to show you because it's not what you're doing. You see, the default static root, it's what we did now. IP root 0000, next hop IP. Or IP routes, exit interface. So always we'll do that on CCNA2. We have 4 types. But for now, we stick on only 2, the default that we did, and the standard. Even with standard, we have 3 types of standard. So this one I'll show you later at CCNA2. Okay, let's stop here. So thank you very much. If no questions, and we'll be meeting again. Yeah, next week.
Max, next week
Yes.
Monday is a public holiday.
Yeah. Okay, then we'll be meeting next week, Wednesday then.
Okay.
Yeah, next week, Wednesday. So please do do this one again. Else, let me check in CCNA1. CCNA1 labs. It's in chapter 8. There is nothing yet. So you see, when we reach chapter 10, then we'll do a lot of labs. Yeah, so for now, just read, do your chapter exams, practice with this one again, and yeah, we'll be fine. So normally, let's see, Saturday, this one, no. So let's finish chapter 11. When we finish chapter 11, then we could meet twice or once at CPUT, where we can do two hours lab. Yeah, so maybe after the 16th of, surely the 23rd of May, we'll be at CPUT to do a lot of lab from 9:30 to 12. Yeah, so please prepare yourself. Saturday the 23rd. Yeah, we'll be there. In the meantime, we have time we are doing chapter 8, we'll do chapter 9, chapter 10, chapter 11, chapter 12. Then we can start a lot of. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good evening and see you again next week, Wednesday.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.